This is the Black Lives Don't Matter podcast. That's what I said. Black lives don't matter. What kind of up podcast is this? Black lives don't matter? Really? Man, who is this dude? Black guy? Wait, so a black man got a podcast called Black Lives Don't Matter. It's like President Obama waving the rebel flag. I done seen it all now. Maybe this is what it takes. Time to shine the light on all the times black life didn't matter. Talk your truth, brother. Listen up. Let's get down with this. Because if black lives really mattered, we wouldn't need a movement. Now would we?
Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to the show. I'm Darren Harris. This is my podcast. Thank you for joining me this week. I do appreciate you. Check it out, man. It's no secret that the Democratic Party is struggling. They're having some real big issues right now, some super deep struggles, and it's only getting worse. Things are getting worse. And to me, I'm asking this question. This party is over. Is it time for us to bounce? And it's basically us. Should black Americans continue to support the Democratic Party? And if not, then who should we support? I mean, it's a really serious deal because 83% of black voters are Democrats. But the Democratic Party, historically they've come up short for us. So we don't even know why we're Democrats. A lot of people don't understand how they even became part of the Democratic Party. They just don't understand it. Their parents were Democrats, and they supported these policies. So I guess we should be Democrats too. And that's how a lot of black voters ended up Democrats, just by default. It was like a default button. So, and we've been rocking with the Democratic Party for like 100 years, a little bit like almost like 100 years. And we don't have shit to show for it. We still out here struggling. We still got scraps. Our Democratic leaders, they ain't got no spine. These motherfuckers is straight up pussies. And they keep telling us the same shit every election cycle. Vote for us and we'll make sure, your issues are taken care of first. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting tired of it. So today, I'm going to break it all the way down, how the Democratic Party got our loyalty and really now how they're fucking it up, man, how they fumbling the ball with us and why it's time for us to build our own power and stop waiting and stop begging.
The podcast playground. Hooray!
How did the Democrats get the black vote? We wasn't always Democrats. We, as a matter of fact, back in the days, we was Republicans because Lincoln, that was the party of Lincoln, was Republicans, and he was the one who ended slavery, so we was rocking with that dude. But then, the 30s hit, and Franklin D. Roosevelt, he came through with this thing called the New Deal. Now, the New Deal, it was Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal from 1933 to 1939 was a series of programs and reforms designed to lift the U.S. out of the Great Depression. It focused on relief for struggling Americans, recovery for the economy, and reform to prevent future crises. And for black Americans, the New Deal provided some economic relief and job opportunities, leading to a shift in political loyalty towards the Democratic Party. So just to be clear, the New Deal, it was not made for us. It was not made to help us, even though some of the policies did. They gave us, some jobs and some housing stability during the middle of the Depression. My grandfather was able to keep his our property, our family plot. It was all right for us. Now, again, make no mistake about it. It was not love for us. It was survival. They was trying to make the country was struggling its ass off, and they were trying to create a way for the country to survive. And it actually did some help for us. Okay. And then in 1948, Truman, he desegregated the military, and that started, people started talking about civil rights. Now, after he did that, a lot of the Southern Dixiecrats, they called them, they kind of bounced. A lot of these people broke away, and when that started happening, black folks, we started leaning in even harder to the Democratic Party. We started, getting down with them more because, the people in the South that opposed us, they were jumping ship. So naturally, we kind of flocked, we filled that void, and, we jumped in there. So we fast forward to the 60s, and this is when things really got serious. The civil rights was fucking popping. We had the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act. Fucking Johnson was talking about we shall overcome and all that shit. And, shit was making a difference. He was doing shit that actually kind of made a difference for us. And at the same time, though, a lot of Republicans, they saw this and said, fuck it, let's double down on some racism. And that's how the Southern strategy was born, okay? So a lot of white conservatives, they picked up and they left the Democratic Party. And when they did that, like I said, we moved in. And by like the late 70s, black people, we was nearly all Democrats. We was all Democrats. We was loving the Democratic Party, and we stayed with the Democratic Party even after they stopped doing shit for us. Now let that sink in for a couple of minutes, man. Let that marinate, man. We stayed. It's obvious. We 83% Democrats. We stayed even after they stopped doing shit for us. Okay, so we gave them our votes. We fought for them. We definitely showed up for them. But what the fuck did we get? What did they give us? Well, they gave us economic stagnation. They gave us mass incarceration. They gave us economic disparities. They gave us lack of tangible policy changes. They gave us political exploitation without accountability. They gave us gentrification and housing displacement. They gave us weak stances on black-owned businesses. And they gave us symbolism over substances. You know what I'm saying? They talked about economic justice, but we still broke. Our schools are still underfunded. Our businesses still get denied loans. Bill Clinton's welfare reform fucked a lot of families up for fucking generations. The 1994 crime bill, the one that Joe Biden wrote, the one that fucking Clinton signed, that bill destroyed black families to this day. Locked up generations of black men while blowing up the private prison industry. And these are the people who fucking care about us. Democratic-run cities got the worst public schools, man. And meanwhile, black parents who want school choice get blocked because Democrats are in bed with a lot of the teachers' unions. It's fucking crazy. They'll stand there and they not like us. They not and dance in fucking kente cloth. But when it comes to fucking, where's the motherfucking reparations bill? Where's the Black Wealth Initiative? Fucking nowhere. But they got money for Ukraine. They got money for Israel. They got money for corporate bailouts. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for supporting our allies. But you're forgetting some people at home that you have owed for centuries, who, if it wasn't for these people, my people, on many occasions, had we not been there to fight, there would be no fucking democracy. They use us for our fucking votes, and then they fucking bounce and ghost on us every fucking time. A lot of Democratic mayors, they lead the charge for fucking gentrification. They want to fucking push us out of our fucking communities to make room for more of them. Look at Harlem. Look at Bed-Stuy. Look at fucking Atlanta and Chicago. They still claim to support us, but black entrepreneurs, they get fucking nothing, while big corporations get fucking billions. Billions. We don't need the first this or that anymore. We don't need that. We need action. We need power. We need wealth. substance. We need real people making real change in real time, in real life, real motherfucking talk. Black lives don't matter. They just don't, man. They don't matter. Black lives don't matter because people are still tearing down Black Lives Matter signs. People are still vandalizing artwork that has been commissioned by the municipalities in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Black lives don't matter because Dylan Roof can be taken alive, but Trayvon Martin has to die. Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, they gotta die. Black lives don't matter because the right-wing militia can just walk around with all these weapons, man, all these assault weapons waiting for some sort of race war to pop off. But I can't walk down the street and hold my wallet the wrong way, or jog down the street, or sleep in my bed. Black lives don't matter simply because we are protesting that it does. We got to protest that I got to protest to let people my life matters. I have to go through that. Why? Black lives don't matter because you got people on the internet lying about being attacked by black people, black men in particular. Black lives don't matter because people can't live where they want without being profiled or harassed, asked if they belong in this neighborhood. Black lives really don't matter, man. They just don't matter because people have found a way to systematically tear down, discredit, vilify, and attach negative connotation to even the words, even the phrase, Black Lives Matter. I got people that I thought were my friends making jokes like black beans matter, ha ha ha. Man, that ain't funny, man. That's not funny. Black lives don't matter because black people pay more for real estate. That's crazy. Just do them wrong everywhere we can. Get them any way we can. And black lives don't matter. They really doesn't matter because even Donald Trump, our current president and the leader of the free world, refuses to denounce white supremacy and acknowledge that black lives matter. Black lives don't matter because if they did, we wouldn't need a movement. I'm Darren Harris. This is the Black Lives Don't Matter podcast.